SAFC Fan TV, I'm Shaun Middleton. I'm outside the stadium light with today's game, Sunderland versus Bolton Wanderers. The current score is Sunderland 0, Bolton Wanderers 0. And now I'll be getting the fans' reactions as they leave the stadium. Could you please like, share and subscribe to our channel? That would be very much appreciated. Thanks for your time. Sunderland 0, Bolton 0 in the 93rd minute. Joe, what do you make of the game? It's hard, like, but it's pretty poor, like, isn't it?
If I'm honest, in the first half we could have played a lot better football. We were quite compact. We weren't like playing the best football. But as the game progressed, we started going to it, but we were nowhere near the quality where we should be for the players we have.
I mean, Joe, to be fair, I mean, playing 5 at the back at home against the bottom of the league team, is that not a really negative formation?
Yeah, it is. It's a really negative formation. The large periods of that game, we should have been pushing and pushing and pushing, where we just seem to sit and not even attempt to push the ball forward, and we were just playing around the back too much, and it just wasn't working.
Look at Joe, the last game I was talking about Phil Parkinson. I was reading the comments, in fact, thanks to the comments on YouTube about why Stuart Donnell not exempt from all these comments. So I will start it now. Yeah. Is Stuart Donnell safe in this? Has he got this club running smoothly?
The way I don't understand they're fully going on behind the scenes, but there's been 2 directors go since the playoff final. Is there stability in the boardroom? I don't think so. But I do feel as if he has got the club in a more sturdy place to where it has been under previous owners.
So you think he's doing a good job?
As good as he could do with at the minute.
Why do you think he's doing a good job, Joe?
Because he saved the club.
How's he saved the club, Joe?
Under Shaw, we were really struggling. Like, we weren't forming the best, and when we should have been bringing certain players in, he was afraid to. On numerous occasions, all we had to do was pay an extra $1 million or so for another player who would have helped, and they've become good players, and we've not done it.
But Joe, my question to you is, like, why do you think that Stuart Donnell is doing a good job for this football club?
I don't know, if I'm honest. I just feel as if he's helped the club out a lot, but he could do a lot more at the same time. I haven't really got a good opinion on him at the minute.
I mean, if you hear the stories that he obviously paid to the club 15 million, and he paid parachute payments. You think that's the you know, is that the honest guy who's done that?
I don't know. If I'm honest, I think what goes on in the boardroom should be kept in the boardroom, and the only thing that should be released to the press is signings and incoming finances and that.
Last question, do you think, right, that you're behind Stuart Donnell, but do you think Stuart Donnell, he's appointed Jack Ross and Phil Parkinson, is them 2 good moves?
I thought at the start with Jack Ross, we were a solid side, we were getting results, but as it grew we struggled, and it's come to Phil Parkinson and it's gotten worse. We can't seem to perform, and we can't seem to get that ball in the back of the net, right. And it's just shocking.
Joe, so do we stick with, well, first of all, Parkinson?
Yeah.
Do you think we should stick with him?
No, I think he should go. I just don't like him at all. I think he's got too negative football for this football club. We should be in the Championship, minimum, and we're nowhere near the quality.
Thanks for your time, Joe, all right? Thanks for your time. Have a good night, all right?
You too.
Cheers, pal. Right, I'm with Margaret Fletcher. Margaret, it's still Sunderland 0, Bolton 0.
Yes.
It's a pretty poor display, like, again.
Very.
Where do we go from here?
Very. I don't know where we go from here. There seems no heart in the team.
Yeah.
There seems no commitment in the team. I don't know that this manager can motivate them at all.
Yeah.
Bring back Allardyce. Allardyce would give them a jolly good talking to. I think he could motivate, especially the back 4. Luckily we haven't conceded any goals today, but get them straightened. What he did when he came in, he did that. Our midfield worked, and then we went forward and we won games. I've
just heard the booze there, Margaret. There's the booze coming in. Yeah. Margaret, obviously, I think the booze says it all, really. I know you say Sam Allardyce is the manager, but do you think it's a bit unrealistic, being honest?
Oh yes, I don't think it would come, but to try to get these motivated, he's the only manager I think can do it. Yeah. He has the experience, he came before, and he got them motivated. We start scoring goals. We had two games down here against Chelsea and Everton, and they're 65 years. Besides the cup matches, they were then the best club.
Margaret, what's your feelings on Stuart Donnell? Because everybody's, you know, we're going about Phil Parkinson all the time. Phil Parkinson, oh, he's not good enough. What about Stuart Donnell, though?
I don't know. To be truthful, I don't know a lot about the man. I've heard rumours that he's having domestic problems. Don't know if that's true or not, and whether that's why we don't see him. I honestly can't give you a good opinion on that, man. I thought we had a talk in with Charlie Methven a few weeks ago, and listening to the man, it seemed as though financially was stable, everything was going okay, and then he leaves. These rumours about Donaldson, I don't know if that's true, but my club that I've supported for 65 years, and in that time I've missed 5 home matches.
That's tremendous. Like,
and 3 of them was because my disabled daughter was poorly, bless her.
That's tremendous.
And my club is in serious problems at the moment.
It must hurt you. It must hurt you.
It does hurt. It does. I spent £1,000 last year going to 2 cup matches, me and my husband. There we go. So right, I've got to go too.
Thanks for your time, love, Amy. Thanks for your time, Amy. Right, take care, love. Sunderland 0, Bolton 0, and with is it Paul and Jeff? Right. Well, obviously drawn 0-0 against the bottom of the team table. It's not a very good result. I heard the boos at the end of the game there. It's pretty. I think it's sad times for Sunderland football, isn't it?
Well, it's very, very sad. I think everybody can say that we've regressed under Parkinson rather than gone forward. And I think really his time's up, although it's a difficult situation for him. But he's coming at late in the day, but he hasn't done the business.
But a good manager gets the best out of a crap bunch of players, doesn't it?
That's right, but he's playing the wrong players for me as well. The likes of McNulty should be on at the beginning of the game, not at the last 10 minutes. He looks a bit class compared to some of what we're playing. Is
Phil Parkinson making Jack Ross look like a world-class manager?
Certainly. At this stage, what we've seen from Jack Ross now, how did he get it out to the players before? And Parkinson can't get nowhere near.
I mean, I believe that getting rid of Jack Ross is the right thing to do, but I don't think getting Parkinson in was the right thing to do as well.
I thought Ross went too early. I didn't think he deserved it. I don't think he was back to the transfer market. Really, I mean, Grigg was overpriced for sure. But I think that was Donnell's decision rather than Ross's decision.
I mean, obviously last game I was on about Parkinson on the game. I mean, we're getting Stuart Donnell. Do you think Stuart Donnell's doing the right thing for this football club? Do you think he's? Are you confident with this man? He'll get us out of this mess.
I think Donald is out of his depth. I've thought that for a while.
I think he's struggling at this level.
It's too much for him.
The club's too big for him, and he doesn't know where to go. And I feel for him because I think his heart's in the right place, but it needs the right men behind him to take the club where it needs to be.
You think the club's too big for Stuart Donnell?
Yes, certainly, in my opinion. We're too big for him.
Can January, I mean, if we stick with Parkinson, do you think if he gives Parkinson the back end and get some players, do you think we can get them playoffs?
Well, that looks the obvious thing that's got to happen, but I wouldn't like to give him my money if I was in charge of the club.
You don't trust Parkinson, full stop?
Really,
so would you cut your ties now with...
Certainly, if I was in charge of that club, they'd be out. He wouldn't have been in.
Who would you get, quickly?
Well, I think we're more like a League 2 club right now. I mean, I would have gone for Nigel Pearson while he was free, or somebody. Roy Keane.
Would he have come?
Well, we don't know. We don't know, but you don't find out unless you go for these people.
That's true.
And Kevin Phillips is an unknown quantity, but he couldn't do any worse than Parkinson.
Right, okay, lads. Thanks for your time, mate. Cheers, lads. Thank you. Cheers. Right, I'm with Bolton fans here. Sunderland 0, Bolton 0. Dave. What do you think of the game?
Brilliant game. Phil Parkinson's tactics worked perfectly for Sunderland once again. He strikes again. Once again, Phil Parkinson, great tactics. He needs to stay at Sunderland. Give us extra 3 points when he plays next.
To be fair, I think that on the day, I think Bolton were the better side. I don't think Sunderland really came out of the blocks until maybe the last sort of 15 minutes. There was a little pressure. They had a few decent spells in the game. Unfortunately, you didn't nick it because it would have been a robbery that for us today if you won today. I think.
I believe that you were the better side on the day. I mean, we was pathetic again, but we've been used to seeing this all season. Do you know what I mean?
You've got Phil Parkinson in it. That's why.
No,
You've robbed the tactics. You've got the tactics. Yeah, the tactics don't work.
He's not that bad. Don't be like
He's standard League One football. Bradford. He should be at Bradford City, back where he belongs, playing shit football, mid-table football. That's where he belongs. Phil Parkinson, you do not belong at this. You're a big football team like Sunderland or Bolton Wanderers. You do not belong here. You should feel very, very lucky that you were at a big football club like Sunderland. You need to go home. Go home and go where you belong.
That's going to be viral, that one.
You do not belong at fucking Bolton or fucking Sunderland. You are fucking shite.
I just think personally he's a bit stubborn.
Your tactics are on their arse.
What he does, it works to a certain degree, and he can win your football games, which is all good. Everyone, at the end of the day, everyone wants to win football games, don't they? That's what they want to do. But sometimes when it's not working for him, he's a bit too reluctant to change it up a little bit. That's the only thing I can say about Parky. He's a little bit stubborn, you know. But yeah, listen, I think we should have had you today, but it is what it is, isn't it?
No, you're the better team. You were the better team on the day. I mean, 0-0.
White Army!
White Army!
Don't you come in here and ruin it.
I really hope though. I mean, we steal because I love Bolton. I think you didn't deserve what happened, and I think he's on 6 points now.
Something like that. Yeah, I said to a few people before, it's not really. It's just the fact that when a club's sort of rotten, there's not really many things that people can do to change it. It needs some sort of massive overhaul, revolution. You know, I don't know what it is, but like all the best to you anyway.
I see you, mate. Honestly, I'll see if you're anyone, pal, Harry. Take care, mate, Harry. Hopefully you stay up, Harry.